here for you. Fox 4 News starts now.
Hey there, everyone. I'm Steve Noviello with a look at what is making news right now across North Texas. Repair crews around here being overwhelmed by a huge number of water main breaks caused by this week's freezing temperatures. In Dallas, there are more than 20 main breaks being fixed. Several others are being repaired in Fort Worth. Both cities say they just don't have enough crews right now to fix all of the problems that they're seeing. Some breaks still don't even have workers assigned to them yet. Cell phone video posted online shows some of the pipes damage being seen across North Texas. Plumbers say we likely don't even know the scope of all that damage yet.
The temperature will be rising before above 32 degrees, and so things will start thawing out, and that's when people are going to start realizing what damage has occurred during this winter time.
Plumber Tony Hernandez says if you're getting just a little bit of trickle of water from your pipes, it's a good idea to put a heater under your sink or faucet. Even a hairdryer would work to really just kind of start massaging them back to warmth. If no water is flowing, he does recommend calling a plumber to shut off the water flow to your household to avoid potentially severe damage to your home. Meantime, the Dallas County Medical Examiner's Office is now able to perform some autopsies again after pipes froze in its building. That led to the water being shut off. It's back on now, but there is another problem. Now there's no heat in the building. A small crew is braving the chilly conditions to get a few autopsies done. There is no word on when the heat will be back on there. Texas power grid did hold up through the worst of the deep freeze. ERCOT says improved grid reliability and efforts by Texans to conserve energy helped to get the state through the peak demand on Monday and Tuesday. Conservation alerts were issued on both days. Texans who still remember the 2021 winter storm blackout were glad their electricity stayed on through the freezing weather.
You know, I think the grid has really stood up well to the test this winter event. That cold came in early. It came in a little lower than anybody was forecasting at the end of last week. So it turned out to be quite a cold winter weather event. It stressed and pushed things, but we were able to keep the lights on throughout.
ERCOT CEO says several improvements been made to the grid and new power connection generation plants helped really avoid a repeat of what happened in 2021. Well, the North Texas not-for-profit Our Calling has spent the last few days working to get people experiencing homelessness out of the bitter cold. At one overflow shelter, that actually led to a man being reunited with his family after more than a decade. Fox 4's Alex Boyer has that story.
You want us to take you in and then they can start working on getting you home?
John Little and his partner are part of Our Calling's search and rescue team. They're trying to get as many unsheltered residents off Dallas City streets before they freeze to death. It can be an uphill battle.
But come March, we're going to have fingers and toes that are turned black because of frostbite.
The duo was able to convince this man to come to the city's temporary inclement weather shelter set up at Fair Park. The man had just gotten out of the hospital and was wearing shorts when they found him.
Trust is something that you have to build, and it takes time.
Trust is what led Anthony Vega to flag Little down. Vega, who has been on the streets for 15 years, was panhandling near City Place off the 75 service road. He needed food.
A blessing came my way, and the people are here for the people in the streets to help us get in the shelter.
Vega has a place to stay, so the search and rescue team bought him groceries.
Those are eggs and this is bread, so.
All right.
And overnight, at an overflow shelter being operated at Oak Lawn United Methodist Church in Dallas, a man named Bartholomew was reunited with his family after living on the streets of Dallas for over a decade. Senior pastor Rachel Griffin was there for the happy reunion.
And it is a reminder to all of us that every person who comes into shelter is someone's son or daughter.
Bartholomew's mother, brother, and sister drove 7 hours from Kansas to pick him up.
You're the one that remembered my number.
A church member recorded the touching moment.
It's really, really moving when you can see someone really come to a place of saying it's time to go home. I need my family.
Pastor Griffin said she felt blessed to bear witness. Alex Boyer, Fox 4 News.
North Richland Hills Mayor Oscar Trevino is retiring at the end of his term. Trevino has served the community for more than 2 decades. First elected as a city council member back in 1999. He was elected to the mayor's office 10 times since 2002. Trevino's time in office brought new investments, including a library, parks, and emergency services. He says he's shifting away from his public role to spend more time with his family. His final term will end this May. Well, members of the Dallas Police Association elected a new president. Jamie Castro replaces the retiring president, Mike Matta. Castro has been with Dallas PD more than 25 years. He's received 4 awards and dozens of commendations during his law enforcement career. The DPA says Castro is also a well-known advocate for safe neighborhoods. Newly released 911 calls reveal the moments of panic after a hotel exploded in downtown Fort Worth. 21 people were hurt in that blast. Fire officials believe the explosion came from the basement of the hotel. Angela Cockcroft and her husband were not hurt. They were actually stuck in an elevator in the hotel. When the explosion happened, she was one of the first to call 911.
Sandman Hotel, we're stuck in an elevator full with smoke. It's on fire.
You said there's smoke in the...
Yes, in the elevator. Put your shirt over your nose to filter it, honey.
Fort Worth Fire believes a gas leak is to blame for the explosion inside that 121-year-old building. According to one lawsuit, a worker reported that he smelled gas more than an hour before the explosion. Atmos says there is no indication its system was involved. Coming up next on Fox 4 News, Dart is teaming up with the North Texas singing legend this year. We'll let you know what you could actually win from the partnership.
Rain chances on the way up. We'll have the details after the break.
The Texas Rangers will host a job fair for anyone who wants to work at the ballpark this season. The hiring event starts at 10 a.m. at Saturday at Globe Life Field for anyone 16 and older. The team is looking for full seasonal positions, including security, concessions, retail, even guest services. There's also jobs available for non-baseball events at Choctaw Stadium next door to Globe Life Field. Free parking for the job fair will be available in the ballpark's T and W lots.
Well, today is the day. Finally, we climb above freezing this afternoon. Keep in mind, we fell below freezing at 6 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Once this is all said and done, climbing above freezing around noon today, that'll put us at 90 hours below freezing. So this was quite the deep freeze across North Texas, but keep in mind, far short of the record of 295 hours set back in 1983. So finally, we start to thaw out today. We should end up in the lower 40s this afternoon with lots of sun. Look at some of our western zones. 50s this afternoon in Eastland up to Throckmorton. Sounds amazing. And we'll even be a little bit warmer heading into tomorrow as well. But tonight, it is going to be cold once again. I am expecting a light freeze here in the Metroplex and across the rest of North Texas as well. Nothing as extreme as what we've seen over the past several days, but still, we're going to be talking upper 20s and lower 30s heading into the overnight hours. So with that being said, you will need to go over the freeze checklist once again. With that light freeze going on, plants, pets, people all need to be protected, but this is not going to be a pipe freeze or anything heading into tonight. So looking around the country, definitely feeling like winter today, right? The only spot not participating, Miami, 70 degrees. The rest of us are in the 30s and 20s. And up in Canada, it is still very cold. In fact, plenty of spots below zero. We're going to see another surge of Arctic air spilling down into the United States heading into Thursday and Friday. And yes, we are going back into the deep freeze, at least at night here in North Texas. Take a look, 32 tonight. We'll be down in the 20s Friday morning behind that front, even some teens Saturday. So it's going to be cold once again heading into this weekend. But notice after that, 25 Sunday, we're back above freezing on Monday. And then look at this, lows in the 40s heading into Tuesday and Wednesday. There is a catch, though, with this warm-up. More on that in just a minute. As far as the high temperatures go, we'll be in the 40s today, 50s on Thursday. Enjoy Thursday, because look what happens with that front. High temperatures in the 30s Friday, Saturday, and I don't think we get to 40 on Sunday with those clouds. And then heading into next week, we do see a little bit of a warm-up. Could even flirt with 60 by Tuesday, but the problem is rain chances will be coming back into the forecast. More on that in just a second. See what that temperature outlook in the longer range certainly doesn't look cold. So once we get past this weekend, we will see those temperatures trending back above average, which personally, I can't wait for some 60s back in the forecast. But taking a look at our future cast, we do have changes on the way. Cold area of high pressure over the state on Friday. This moves out, and on Saturday, Clouds will be on the increase across the area, and by Sunday, the first of a parade of storm systems moves in. We are expecting rain chances to come back aggressively heading into Sunday night and into Monday, and it could be quite wet across the area. Take a look at our rain chances. We'll be dry through Saturday. I think the rain holds off until Sunday night. But heading into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it does look wet across the area, and we could be talking about a heavy rain threat across North Texas. Take a look at the European model. It's painting a lot of rain across the area next week. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if some spots saw several inches of rain heading into next week. So we're going to have to watch out for that flood potential, especially over the eastern half of the area. And this is reflected from NOAA. Look at this. Widespread, well above average precipitation expected across the south, including here in the state of Texas. So we are going to be entering a wet weather pattern heading into next week. Here's that 7-day forecast. 43 today. We're back down into the 30s tonight. But then that front moves through Thursday. And look at this. High temperatures in the 30s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Lows in the teens, by the way, on Saturday morning. So it's going to be cold once again. But then heading into next week, look what happens to our rain chances. 70% on Tuesday and Monday. And we stay wet through at least midweek next week.
All right, thank you, Dylan. DART is partnering with singer and North Texas native Erykah Badu through 2024. The collaboration begins with a chance for riders to win VIP access to Badu's Birthday Bash event next month. DART will also let some lucky winners be among the first to see new bus and rail designs featuring art and images of the Grammy winner. If you'd like to enter these contests, we do have a link with more information at fox4news.com. And finally for you, construction on a new Hard Rock hotel set to begin in March at the Texas-Oklahoma border. The hotel is going up at Lake Texoma and will be part of a 2,700-acre resort community. It will include a golf course, indoor water park, and casino. It is expected to open in 2026 and create more than 9,000 jobs in that area. That is a look at what's making news across North Texas. Of course, for news anytime, head to fox4news.com. Stay safe.